Hello, and welcome to the Trench Mob Show. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. President Sean Rabinowitz called me yesterday to say how much he loves this show and everything that we've been doing, and he's very happy. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. To get in touch with them, go to www.procyonpartners.net. Green Street Trust International is owned and operated by Rennell Jump. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm has the greatest ads and commercials you will ever find in Connecticut. He's located out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and you'll see billboards of him. He's like Better Call Saul. If you suffered any type of personal injury, a slip and fall, a car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got mad and just decided to stab you one night, the Finch firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all over the state of Connecticut, and he will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. So always remember, if you are in a pinch, call Finch. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He is in Hartford, Connecticut with a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. He trains boys and girls of all ages, of all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program. He takes boys and girls in the sport of their choice, trains them from the ground up, helps them to reach their full potential and be the best they can be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best in Connecticut, go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. James Whitfield of Luther James Insurance is located in Bergen County, New Jersey. For the last 3 years, James has dedicated himself to the art of financial planning. He specializes in insurance services, insurance policies, especially life insurance. He can make you a boatload of money, and he can do it tax-free, and he's creative with the policies that he'll put you in. He also specializes as well in retirement planning. He helps first responders, EMTs, and law enforcement achieve financial stability. He knows retirement, just the thought of it can be stressful. How much am I going to need? How many years? How do I make it? Do I want to work till I'm 75? Because fear of the unknown is real. Go to www.lutherjamesinsurance.com to schedule your free consultation. And now the Trench Mob members down in Decatur, Georgia, training the best offensive and defensive linemen in the country. And we've seen proof of that by having Bear, who is going to Alabama, on, and we had Sean on last week, who was at Florida State. And now this week we got the whole crew back. We have Dr. Julius Williams. Doctor, good to see you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, behind Julius we have goat coats. If you want to look fly when you go to school, don't go in with some lame Letterman jacket. Get a goat coat. You can style it any way you want, any color, any graphic, creativity. It's all up to you. And they are of custom, beautiful quality, made in 4 to 6 weeks. And if you want the ladies to stare, they're going to be staring. Get yourself a goat coat. You can go to www.goatcoats.com. And I believe, Julius, you can put in Trench Mob.
Yeah, but you put in goatcoats.com/trenchmob.
Oh, okay. GoCoach.com/trench mob, and you will get a discount or rebate or something. But they are the official sponsor of the Trench Mob. And down below, my man himself, Jordan Harris, best offensive line coach I know. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it.
Oh, of course. And then we have the other leader of the Trench Mob himself. He had a cup of coffee, I would say, in the NFL just for a minute or so. Mr. Anthony Smith, great to see you.
My guy, Cully, was good.
And we have a very special guest, Trench Mob member. He is a vicious and ferocious lineman, Mr. Mateo Wells.
So how you doing?
I'm doing great, Mateo. You know why I'm doing great? Because I get to watch you on film. Whenever I get to watch you on film, I just get a tickle in my stomach. I love it. So can you talk to me a little bit about how your season's been going? Because I know you guys are like a month and a half in, which I couldn't believe. But talk to me a little bit about that for you.
Right now we 5-0. We just got done playing Gainesville last week. Yeah.
Wait. Whoa. Oh, Gainesville. Okay. That's Georgia, right? Gainesville.
Yeah.
And undefeated. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And how you guys played 10 games, right, overall?
We played 10 in the regular season, 5 all the way to the state championship.
So you guys are rolling. Yeah. And just talk to me a little bit about when you started with Trench Mob and how the training impacted your kind of play on the field, would you say?
I knew Coach Julius since I was like 7 or 8. I used to always go to the camps, have a great time. Then he didn't hit me up the past few years, asked me to come out. I came out this year. Just had a blast. We went to Florida. We did a few tournaments around the Southeast. Just dominated everywhere we went.
And that's the biggest thing, man, because Julius talks about it all the time. You getting out and you going to different tournaments across the country, and you're facing the best of the best that they have to offer. That really helps you get better. You're seeing other talent from other areas, and that pushes you. And would you say that you think that made a big difference when you got to go to some of those 5v5 tournaments?
Yeah, it allowed me to test what I've been doing in training.
And you see that it works, right? And you're like, wow, the coaches know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm. It allowed me to test what I've been doing in training and also give me some film to put out for recruiting.
Right. And you play offensive line. I mean, I've seen quite a bit of your film. I think you could pretty much play anywhere that you want. Where have you been playing currently?
Right now I'm playing left guard and sometimes with a left tackle.
They got you out of guard. They got you out of tackle. Have you worked on snapping? Are you snapping at all?
Yeah, I snap I warm up with the seniors every day at practice.
Beautiful. And that's because that's challenging. That's tough. And you playing inside at guard, you're playing inside a tackle, you're doing what's best for your team, and you're still knocking guys around, which is awesome. How would you say the recruiting process has been for you? How has that been going? I mean, it's still early, but has anyone been sniffing around you?
It started off slow at first, but like around like February when I was going to tournaments and stuff, then I hit some camps in the summer. I gained like 13 offers.
Yep. Right. And that's what we were trying to point out is the Trench Mob, they're not miracle workers, but if you put the time in, if you put the effort in, and, you give them at least a year to develop you, good things can happen. So by the time you were going to camps, things started to roll, right?
Yeah, this is the transition from the one-on-ones out there. It was just natural.
Yeah. And again, like, what would you say would be different? The biggest difference with working with, like Coach Jordan and Coach Julius when you go to a Trench Mob workout?
A lot of these trainers, they don't have you they have you doing all the footwork and stuff. You don't touch the bag, doing all that, but you got to incorporate that as well as doing both.
Very true. That's a very good point, because the bag doesn't always hit back, right? It's nice to get your hands on somebody. And Coach Jordan, he stresses big time on hand placement. He has you do run blocking, which a lot of people don't know. They see 5v5, they think it's all pass blocking, but you do quite a bit of run blocking work, right? Technique work.
Yeah.
Do you prefer run blocking or pass blocking?
I don't really have a preference. I just go out there.
You just like kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we are going to check out your film, which I am excited to see, because I had watched. I remember we watched your film early on, and this one. So we got your mid-season highlights.
Yeah, buddy. I can roll. No, Steve, but Mateo, man, as he said, Steve, I met him long ago, man, when he was a baby. Like his body is a whole different body in face and all, man, than when I first met him as a little kid,
Right.
He had a fade. He had the dreads. but yeah, man, but he's just worked, man. And the thing that I want to say about Mateo as his film is loaded, man, he's been coming to SBU since he's been about 9 or 10, and he's always been the smallest kid. He would be in 5th grade, and the closest kid to him would be in like 8th grade, but he was always battling. He was always hard-nosed, and he was in 4th, 5th grade blocking middle school guys. So I knew long ago how great that he was going to be, for sure.
Yeah, I recall his film too, and I remember just being amazed at his physicality and athleticism for someone his age. Like I didn't believe that he was, a couple years younger. So that's Jesus. So that's outstanding. So that's wow. I see you there, Coach Jordan. What do you like about Mateo after you've seen some of his mid-season highlights that stood out from what you saw from last year?
Pure D asshole. It's just it comes naturally from Mateo. Just a pure
dog.
D asshole. Just goes out there, doesn't care how big you are, how tall you are, and just gets the job done in every way, form, or fashion. That's the biggest thing that I see. He works with good technique.
Yep.
Yeah, he works with good technique. He's very athletic. I think his run blocking is a little bit better than his pass blocking, which says a lot. Seems to how the game has changed from pass blocking to run blocking, has trimmed it down, but he does a great job anchoring in, staying low, playing with good technique. What more can you say about him?
Yeah, when I saw him pancake a guy in pass pro, that's like, wow. You don't usually see that. Does a very good job pulling, which I like. I like, Mateo, what you did there. You pulled, and you knew where the play was going. You got your head on the right side. Head was outside. Keep leverage. It's a great job. And the biggest thing, the way I can always tell a trench mob guy, is they got that dog in them and they finish blocks. They play beyond the whistle. And I think that stands out so much to college coaches when they get to see that. Because every guys are big and strong, but when you show that effort and you finish people and you play through the whistle, that gets you noticed. And I think that's working for you here, right, Julius?
Yeah, man. Mateo, Steve, is like Coach Jordan said, he's an alpha dog, man. And he's not the biggest kid, right? He stands right under 6 feet. But
exactly,
he has the heart of a 6'8" guy, 6'9". Like he does things on the football field that, your average 6'5", 6'6", offensive lineman that everybody may look to will not and cannot do.
I love this right here.
We had a tournament, Steve, back in February, and we had 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, guys from all over the country, California, Florida, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, different places, from all over, dogs, a bunch of dogs. He was the best player in the facility that day. I promise you. Because
you don't have to promise me. I believe it.
He believes it. He battles. He trains hard. He comes out and he backs it up. And that's why he's going to play this game for a long time at a high level, man. And I mean,
I agree.
I tell people all the time, man, I compare him, to the guy Willie Lampkin, man, that just came out the draft. That went to the Rams, I believe.
Rams went to the Rams.
Man, like he's that type of guy. I know he's committed. But Mateo, you committed to Anderson right now, still, right?
Yeah.
So he's committed to Anderson, man, which is a great program. They're definitely gonna get, a dog, man. And I don't want to say anything bad, towards Anderson, because it's a great school. But I won't be surprised if, we see him playing, maybe somewhere else in a couple of years.
But yeah, I mean, you see right here, I just love his leverage, like his first step, which I think is tough to see, is when they that right there, the chest over your knees, he's low, he's knocking people around, and right here, looking to find work, love it, great job on the screen pass, man, that is just great. I mean, it's great stuff. It's great stuff, Mateo, and I'm really, really excited for you, and I'm so happy that things have worked out. And it's hard to do it when you're playing inside, because when you're inside, that's where the big boys are, and you have no problem knocking them around. Let me see. I just wanted to see if you had a play here. But yeah, that's what I like about you, and you showed your versatility on the film, and I talked about this before, showing that you're capable of completing all the blocks that coaches like to see. They want to see you pull. They want to see you pass block. They want to see you run block in space. That's exactly what they want to see. And you're finishing right there, blocking through the whistle. That's excellent. That's excellent.
Steve,
So,
do you have his Trench Mob film?
Is it on his Twitter page or is it on his huddle?
It should have been in that. I thought I emailed it to you. It may have not have showed up in that email.
Oh, okay. You emailed it to me, then I should have it.
I want to show him on the road with us this year.
Absolutely.
Man.
Give me 1 second. I will pull this up.
So Mateo, y'all 5-0 right now, right? So who you think has been the biggest? Who was the biggest challenge? I mean, not let nobody feel bad or nothing, but who you think was the biggest challenge so far in those 5 teams y'all faced?
Probably Gainesville or Rome.
Okay, Gainesville or Rome. So you played against all the mob guys out there, man.
Yeah.
Bryson, Azante, and
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man. I know y'all had some fun out there, man.
Yeah, we had fun.
Oh, okay. I see. You gave me the attachment. Hold on.
You gotta tell to talk to those guys after the game and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I talked to them after.
What was the score? I ain't get a chance to check that game out.
43-21.
43-21. That's a good battle, man. I was supposed to come to the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I got caught up. But I'm gonna definitely come check y'all out and Bryson them out before the end of the season, man. But hopefully y'all should play for y'all should have 10 more games, man, the way y'all rolling right now. So, I have plenty of time to come see you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can pull this one up. All right.
Yeah, Steve, I've been trying to get Mateo to do Trench Mob for at least 5 years now, man. And, and I know he lived far.
I know how you are.
Yeah, so that was the biggest challenge for him. They always lived kind of far. But, man, oh, man, he came out this year, and he took the circuit by storm, man. He's definitely in his 1 year with Trench Mob, I can easily say he's one of the best O-linemen we've ever had. You know, he was that good this year. And, you know, he
you
could
don't
put
have to tell
himself,
me. I believe it.
yeah, he could put himself, you know, in the name in the pool with some greats that we had, you know.
Jesus. Good hand placement, good punch. Look, he's stoning these. And he's laughing at him. I love it.
Asshole. I told you. It's just natural in Mateo. Just pure asshole.
That's a great job right there, too. I'm sure Coach Jordan teaching it, refitting your hands. You miss it with your punch, you refit it inside. Great job.
That's our rep. That's our rep.
He comes Mike down. That's her.
They gave it to him.
Who ends up keeping score of this? Is it like a group effort or?
Yes, every tournament has scorekeepers.
So they have an independent scorekeeper.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
Wow.
They gave it to him. Y'all got four. Y'all got four.
That guy didn't even want to go near him. He ran into the tackle.
No.
See, he did it again.
God, he's doing it with one arm. My God, that's outstanding. Let me grab his other one. Because geez. Coach Smith, Coach Anthony, anything you'd like to add about Mr. Wells here?
Man, Teo is he's a guy that you don't have to get going. That's what I love about him. Like some guys, you gotta, you may have to give him a couple words of advice or, kick him in the ass. No, not with Teo, man. Teo come ready to play. As soon as he got down, walked through that gate, whoever got down is lined up in front of him. It's gonna be a long day for him. Cause I didn't see him stand up in the front. Guys 5'8" to 6'10". It don't matter. He gonna stand up in the paint, man. That's why I love him, man. And he gonna challenge and give his best effort on every play, man. So, like you said, he's in my opinion, sound wise, technique wise, and all that, he's definitely in the top 3, if not number 1, for sure.
Right. I agree with you on that. All right, just tell me. I got to make sure I got the right one. Oh, this. Let's see if it's this one. This is the right one. Just tell me if it's not. I got both of them up.
Right there.
It's the same one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then it's this one. Yeah, that's it.
This is the tournament I was talking about, man. Like he won MVP of this tournament, and offensive MVP. Yeah, he won defensive MVP. But man, he was flawless at this tournament. Like flawless, literally.
Yeah, Coach Jordan. I love how he keeps his base throughout everything.
I mean, he does a great job. I mean, he's a natural guard. So this time when he came around, I didn't want to make him mad and tell him he had to play center to get the recruitment going. But he got in there. He did it. He did a great job. Staying low. He's already naturally short. So
yeah,
it's easy
I
for
like
him
his
to
sets.
just reset his hands and anchor down. Coach Jared works with him a few times. He does a great job with him coming off the ball and everything. So like Coach Anthony said, man, Mateo shows up. You gotta say 3 words to him. You might have to grab him by the neck and say, "Hey, yo, I love it," but you might want to have to, what I mean? Like how you do in practice, like, "Hey, man, hey, I like him." You know what I'm saying? Let everybody practice. Let everybody get reps. You have to do that, but no. Mateo's a dog, man. He gets it done.
No, I mean, I love his pass set. He protects his inside. He's really good with his hands. I mean, I like his footwork. He keeps his base.
And the biggest thing about it is most people are not coming off the line of scrimmage. Unless
they don't. Yeah, they don't.
Going up
They
the
don't know what
field.
to do.
Like he's keeping guys at the line of scrimmage, and that's what you want out of a center guard.
Guard,
Like,
yeah.
he does a great job.
Yeah, he does not give up any penetration. I mean,
At all.
he sets and stones people. Yeah, fuck you. Good job, Mateo. Tell him to go fucking take a shit. Yeah, good. Throw him on the ground. That's that dog. That's what comes with being in the Trutch Mile. He makes it look easy. Now is he playing against? I mean, these are older kids in some cases, correct?
Now some of these kids are juniors, seniors. The group that we're going against had Deuce Geralds, had Catrell Webb, had Chris Webb Scott. The guy that he going against now was supposed to be a 3-star, 2-star guy that we didn't know about. But I mean, 59 over anybody. That was me and Julius. 59 over anybody.
Yeah, man. We got one rep. We need to pick an offensive lineman this year. We send it 5'9" out there.
We send it 5'9". No hesitation.
You know, he ain't, and we ain't betting against him.
Nope.
No.
Mateo, you know, you watching you play and then watching some of your tournament stuff, you're a little bit of a showman. You got a little charisma, and you're all quiet on here. You ain't shy. I can see that.
Nah.
But isn't that a theme with the offensive linemen we've had?
Your guys, yes.
Offensive lineman that has been quiet outside. I don't know where that comes from. I'm the same way, but I don't know where that comes from. That's how I was when he first came on the road as North Carolina. And he was the quietest person on that bus. And I don't know if it was because he didn't know nobody. I don't know if he was trying to scope the scenery out. I have no idea. And then we go sit down and eat, and we're talking about games and stuff. As soon as they start bringing up Carrollton wins, here he comes laughing his ass off like, yeah, I'm him. I do all right, you know what I mean? And then he goes out there and does what he does. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a remedy for success for us trench mob offensive linemen. I don't know. It's always the quiet ones you got to watch.
You're right. It is always the quiet ones you watch. Well, Mateo, you look absolutely outstanding. Congratulations on a great start to your year. And, you know, I've been able to go on because these guys told me you can stream anything. And I've been watching some football down there, and it is the real deal. And working with the best coaches has made a difference. I'm so happy that you picked up a bunch of offers, and I can tell you with certainty, stay on this path, and the best is yet to come. Just keep doing what you're doing. But thank you for being with us, man. I'm excited to follow you, and it's been a pleasure to interview you. I get to 3 weeks in a row I've gotten to interview stars, so you're making me feel good.
I appreciate you.
But you're dismissed. You can go eat, do your homework, whatever. But congratulations, and thank you for coming on and giving us some time.
You're welcome.
Who do you play next, Mateo?
Parker.
In Alabama?
Yeah, for Alabama.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good team. That's pretty decent team.
Wow. They'll play down in Alabama.
Carrollton to play anybody.
They come to us this year.
What's is that a bigger school? Is that
I think they won state in like 5 or 6A down there last year.
Is his school a big school? 5A, 6A?
Yeah, we 6A.
Who Carrollton? Yeah, they in one of the toughest regions. Like Georgia 6A.
Oh, they are.
Georgia 6A is ranked as far as football competition, top 5 in the country.
Go ahead. Because
I was just gonna say, as far as what you have, because you have Carrollton, you have Grayson, you have, I think Gaines was 5A, but you have so many teams that Mateo, Gaines was 5A.
Yeah, Buford is 6A.
Yeah, so it's a lot of competition that Carrollton will play. Like, I think the lowest region that they played was a Columbia team that was 2A, right?
Yeah.
but they was pretty good. Columbia was pretty good. A couple mobsters on the team. So Carrollton holds their own against the best competition.
Okay. So it's a bigger school. They play the best competition, 5A, 6A. That's exactly what you look for in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, Mateo, again, thank you for being with us, and I look forward to watching your continued success.
Appreciate it.
You're good, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Keep working, my boy.
All right.
Later.
Let me get his up. Coach Anthony, you've been up here, right, to Syracuse, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I forgot, where are you originally from?
Ohio.
That's okay. You're originally from Ohio.
Youngstown, Ohio.
Right. Did you get a chance at all to watch any of the Syracuse high school football? Here and there?
Like we didn't get to watch much of it, but
No, I mean like now. Have you seen any of it? Have you seen any of the team?
Nah, I haven't seen a lot of it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious. There's a couple kids that I wanted to show you from up here.
Yeah, they always got we
had a couple, right?
There's always a few sprinkled in there that can really play, like kids like, we got like guys like Damian Rhodes and
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So you know.
Yep.
All right.
See, hold on, man, but one of our best kids, man, one of our best players, Zayden Walters, he's from Rochester, New York.
He's a Rochester kid?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
How long's he been down with you?
Two years. He moved down here for high school.
Smart. Yeah.
So they came down 3 years now. They came down when he was in 9th grade.
And what I keep forgetting, what school's dickhead coach at Hakeem? Where's he at?
he's at Shiloh.
And what level is that? 4A, 5? It's a bigger school, right?
Shiloh is like 4A.
They're 4A. Okay.
Shiloh 6.
6A.
Yeah, I thought he said.
Shiloh 6A. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he said 6A.
I did not know Shiloh was 6A.
I called him again, so that's okay. I can call him a dickhead. I played against him.
They're just not that good. They just don't. They play like a 4A team. So I mean,
No, they.
I mean, nothing against the people that's 4A. I played at a 2A school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mentioned
Shout out THS, baby. But I just thought I didn't know they were 6'8". Wow.
Yeah, they 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so this is Isaiah Bryant. Wow, 6'5", 285, and he's a 27. Mother of Christ.
I don't think we can see him.
I know, I'm going to put him up in a second. I just wanted to get the commercial out of the way. Wow.
Yeah, man. This is one of those guys. He sent me a DM, sent me some highlights, wanted to get evaluated. So I told him I'd look at it. I think you're gonna see it in the film. The biggest thing that I like about him, he's got good feet, very agile. He just doesn't come off the ball fast enough. He doesn't. Like, he's very athletic, to be 6'5", to be a junior, he just doesn't come off the ball that fast. And everybody up here knows to be an elite offensive lineman, you got to come off the ball just a hair.
Now, is this Georgia?
That is Kentucky, I think.
Okay, that's that. See, I can tell now. You assholes got me right away. I know when Georgia football's on. I can tell the difference now.
Yeah,
I can tell when there's a Georgia kid on or not. I see exactly what you're saying. He's a step slow off the ball.
That's it. He
that's
fixes
it.
That
is it. Yes,
he does a good job in pass pro. He's got good hands. This is some of his early tape for this year. I think I put his last year's tape in there, but he does a good job, with his stance and stuff. He just got to come off a little quicker.
He's what you call. He's what Coach Joe Cullen, that Coach Man Jacksonville would say, a behind the back guy. He's a catcher.
Yes, Julius.
Yeah, he has
100%. Yes.
Yep. And this is Tennessee. This is
okay.
This is Division II 3A.
Okay, so Julius, I agree wholeheartedly with you. That's the biggest thing, and it's tough for offensive linemen when they play against tougher competition. They're a little hesitant and they don't strike.
Right.
They catch.
Yes,
So
most guys, the thing is, Steve, most offensive linemen they can get away with being big as hell.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but what happens is when you run into a gorilla who don't care how big you are, that is physical, that's when you have a really bad game as a catcher against like a Myles Garrett or somebody extra physical. You know what I mean? So, this young man definitely has tools. You can see his athleticism and, he has good lateral movement, but he definitely has to come out the ball.
Yeah, just from watching it and seeing it, you can tell he's been relying on I'm big as hell, and
exactly.
I can cover a lot of space, and he's probably been stronger than 95 or 98% of the guys that he's facing. So once he stands in that spot and he get his hands on you, he ain't really too much got to do too much more.
Right.
So he like the kid you grew up with in the neighborhood who really don't know how to fight, but he just grab people.
He just tosses him.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to fight. You gotta punch back, brother. Yeah, you gotta catch everybody.
I'll put on his song from last
year. Get that
year.
face toe up, man. But nah, he's definitely.
Once he fire off the ball, he gonna be a problem though.
He gonna be a problem. That's the only thing that I hate about him. He just doesn't come off the ball. And when you're playing in that style of football, no disrespect to 3A Division II, but you can't be 6'5", 280 being hesitant off the ball.
No, but that's something that can at least be fixed.
That can be fixed, absolutely.
Yes, that's coachable.
He's 27.
He's 27. He's only a junior, so he's got.
That's what I'm saying. He can be coached. That's someone who would benefit from getting down there and working with you guys.
They play that's Tennessee Chatfield.
Nashville, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that is.
Hey, Nashville.
I cannot believe they get this good at film.
Nashville suburb.
Yeah.
That's a good job on his combo.
Now, that's a good job on the double team. That's good.
I see what you're saying, though.
Well, he was at left tackle this year. Probably did it because he's their best lineman. Little right tackle action. So I probably, if I was him, probably would play right tackle this year just because. But
yeah, I agree with you.
They switch it up a little bit.
I agree with you on that.
Like he played a little center right here.
I don't like that I don't like his 2-point stance. That's the only thing.
Yeah, his head's down a little bit.
Yeah. Down. You got to get a little bit of
Cully, can you go back? Can you go back to that last?
I kind of Anthony Smith. I'll walk to Georgia for you right now if you ask me.
I got Cully.
You say the word and you get ask as you ask and you shall receive. Don't just tell me go here. Yeah, see, I can tell because he's got to finish blocks too.
Yeah.
That's good right there.
I got a question, guys. Do you
guys? I didn't do it. Whatever it is.
Do you think?
Good job with his eyes on the backer. Yeah.
Do you think being a finisher can be taught, or is that just something?
No, I don't think it can be taught.
No, it can't be taught. It comes down to you don't. It comes down to the work that you do with being physical. Like with Mateo that we had with Mateo, the way he finishes, he's on a bag and he's guided up to finish up. It's a lot to go to it. You can't just naturally come in and finish dudes. Like it's not.
Coach Smith, did I go back to the play you wanted, or did I pass it already?
I think it was on the kick step, but what?
Oh, I got you. Okay.
It was. He doesn't, and what I seen and what made me go back was he doesn't fire off the ball fast, but his kick step was pretty goddamn quick.
Yeah.
He's a good athlete. For sure.
He's definitely an athlete. He's got to come off the ball.
He needs to be coached. He's a little raw.
Yeah.
I see that's really good. He's got his eyes to his linebacker, which drives me nuts because half of the guys I see don't do that. I think this is what
he's hesitant right there.
He didn't know what he was doing.
But you don't step down and go out and draw. You go straight out. That whole open
Yeah, it looked like he didn't know for sure what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, in some of these reps, he just doesn't look as comfortable. And, he may just, need some more work and to trust his technique. He kind of looks like he's kind of, where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? Instead of just taking the motherfucker.
He's hesitant.
He's in his head a little bit.
Cully, run that one back to the point you just made, Julius. If that was that, run that play back, Cully. Yep. He should have drove his ass to the fucking bleachers right here to your point, Julius.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But instead, like he should have been drove his ass off the ball.
Plays over, we're done. What's done, all that.
He's got to play his size.
Yeah, he's
right.
Especially in that.
Oh, that's good right there. I see that what you're talking about.
Good pass, bro.
That's a good pass.
He's got to get his chest up in his stance, like he's leaning in, and
he's a waist bender.
That's how they want it, but
no, I mean some of these kids, especially when they're young, like I was the same way. He's a sophomore at this level. They're a waist bender because they haven't developed their hips yet. But that's something that can be fixed with stretching and being in the weight room.
For sure. I definitely think when he fixes everything, I definitely think he's a G5, maybe low P4, like a Purdue, one of them schools type of guy,
And we got to help him with making these tapes. He's got to know what plays to use and what plays not to.
Yeah. I mean, like we just said, he was a sophomore at this time, so he didn't really.
No, if I put my sophomore film on, I mean, he looks really he looks good. He's raw. I can see how raw he is.
Very raw. So we in contact. We've been talking. So
I think you guys will make a big contact.
You think man come put that slime on, man?
Hey, listen, he would definitely benefit from it.
I mean, you guys would make a difference with this kid. He's that,
Cully, go back one more time.
Yes, sir.
So he's strong, but like as you can see on here, it's almost like he's struggling to push him.
He seems a little hesitant when he comes off the ball.
Yeah.
And then when he gets
that's what I'm saying. Like when you come in, they expect when you're the biggest guy, they expect you to just like that with no technique, no nothing. And with him, it's like he probably has good coaching, but he's still so hesitant. Like on that last play that we was looking at, he had a false step. Like he stepped all the way back and then came into the guy, which is a offensive line problem that can be fixed, but
very
can't happen numerous of times.
So he's a do my job guy.
Yep.
And he has to learn to do more work. I mean, anybody in the world that's great understands that, you have to do more than what's required. And right now, he's just doing what's required.
I see what you're saying.
Young man, you're a good player, man. So, if he's watching, hopefully he is. I would encourage him to just do more. Don't just do, what's required of you to do it, like cutting this guy off or just stand in front of guys. Aim to dominate guys. And I think definitely with his size alone, being 6'5", 280 is, you don't just wake up 6'5", 280. So, he's blessed with that. So
I would agree with you.
Like you said, Cully, he just got to play like it. You know what I mean? Just got to play like it.
Especially when you're the biggest one in that region. I can see if it was 4A, 5A type of deal, but when you're playing that private ball type of stuff, man, you 6'5", 6'6", you gotta go out there and look like Will Campbell out that joint. Like but I feel him. He's gonna get a little better if he's watching. Come on down to Georgia. We'll get you right, even if it's me or Smitty. We'll get it going. I trust Smitty as an offensive line coach than anybody, so we get it done.
I wholeheartedly agree. You guys, if you get your hands on some of these kids, especially the raw ones, that'll make a big difference. This is Tyrone Elee from Maryland. Wow. I could ask Jamal Lundy about him.
Yeah, man. Kid can play, man. Kid stood out to me. Kid is a true freshman.
So this is the one you were telling me, the true freshman that's playing varsity, right?
Yeah, man, playing varsity ball, man. Playing varsity ball and killing it, And shout out to him, man. There's a lot of true freshmen out here that are posting film, but it's not varsity film. You know what I mean? It's JV film because most of these guys are playing JV in 9th grade. So, for him to be a true freshman on varsity and doing the things that he's doing, his film looks like this, man. He has a very, very bright future.
And you guys haven't worked with him?
No, you don't know this kid. I mean, he's one of the, cause my thing, man.
I know you're watching film.
Looking at film. You know what I mean?
I know you're watching film, Mike, but he's really good with his hands.
Yeah, he stood out to me, man.
Hell of a swim.
Yeah, he can play, man. And that's what I like about him, man. Like most young players, like the guy we just watched, right? They're gonna do what's required. They're not gonna. This guy is hell bent on getting to the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got good technique for a freshman for sure.
Like this does not look like true freshman film. You know what I mean?
No. I would not.
If somebody said this to me and said this guy was a junior, I would believe him.
I gotta ask Jamal. Jamal probably knows this kid. I'll ask him.
Yeah, he got a hell of get off the ball.
And this is his first couple games too, which is even more amazing.
Right. So just imagine what the next 7 or 8 is going to look like. Not gonna lie, there was a play on there. I think it was the second play. I would definitely take that off.
I saw the one.
He swam him and then stopped. That wasn't varsity film right there. Everywhere else was good. He was running down the field, but he kind of gave up on that second play. I would take that off. That's probably it. I thought I was the only one that saw that.
No, I know what one you're talking about.
But he's young, man. These kids young.
He's young.
6'2", 265. Jesus.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah.
He explosive as hell.
Let me throw this one on just for the hell of it.
Yeah, kid can play
one on for you.
He definitely, like, I'm watching this. I'm like, true freshman. All right, then he labeled it on one of them like true, and he was like true freshman varsity film. I'm like, okay, yeah. So yeah, let's see what he cooking with. Yeah, he cooking with grease. He's thugging out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He doing?
He's cooking with gas. I'll give him that.
Well, kid can play, man. We're gonna be in touch, my brother.
He's a big bastard. Sure. Good bull, Jesus.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good bull rush. Good extension.
That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Julius, I mean, I love he gets extension with his hands. He's got long arms and he uses them. And then when he doesn't, he hits you with the swim.
Yeah, man. And he's a kid that understands leverage, right?
Yes.
You can take leverage, and now they expect leverage, and now it's going to be loose, and now you can go over the top and go under. Now he understands that at a young age. He
just ran through 6 people right there.
So yeah, he like I said, man, whoever he's working with, or if this is natural, oh man, this is God given. But shout out to, he definitely has God given traits, of course. But whoever he's working with, man, you could tell that they're doing a good job of preparing him and grooming him, because you don't see many kids that play. But most kids his age don't even know what separation is.
No, you're right.
Don't have a clue what extension is.
No, I don't like his stance. I think that's the only thing if I had to nitpick, I don't particularly like his stance.
But see, you know what though? Like football today,
it doesn't matter. I know.
Yeah, it's
what you do after.
Even in the NFL, I watch some of these NFL games. I'm like, man, you're in the weirdest stance.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But, I guess, a lot of coaches, they just go off comfort. However you're comfortable. If you're comfortable in a flicked stance, I guess, it's just what it is. But
no, this film is way, I ain't gonna say 10 times better, but this is the film that it's like, damn, all right.
No, he's naturally gifted and naturally you can tell he's cock strong, because the first 5 plays he made those plays with a guy on his back.
Yep,
Yeah,
every time.
he ran through 6 dudes on one of them.
Every time.
But
that's what you can't teach.
I love that it's not as a big a deal nowadays, but he's able to come out of a right-handed stance and a left-handed stance.
Yeah.
That was always challenging.
That's rare, man. Listen, man, you got grown-ass men that can't play in the left-hand stance.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't do it. I was much better out of a right-handed stance than I was out of a left-handed stance, and he's going on both sides.
Like, I play with guys in college.
Off a double team.
Yeah, I played with guys in college, the NFL and the CFL that could not get in left-hand stances. Wow. That just didn't like it. Couldn't do it.
Very impressive.
Yeah, this kid's the real deal. I like it.
Very impressive. Wow.
I like it.
So we gotta get in touch with him, make sure he gets down and works with you guys. Because the kid from Tennessee too, he can make it. He just needs a little extra refining. You're gonna chisel him out of granite and make that statue.
For sure.
I got Creighton Wilkins from Cumming, Georgia, North Forest. Forsyth. Okay. All right.
So just like Coach Julius, just a kid that I saw on the internet. I was scrolling down. Big thing about Mateo, there was a thing on Twitter. It's called Recruit Georgia. They do like a bully of the week, and Mateo was on it for doing what he did. But I seen this kid, class of 28, big kid, 6'8" ball.
Jeez.
And kid's a dude.
That's a good first play.
Now, let me say something real quick. If he's still watching, now, big boy from Kentucky, that's how you should be firing off the ball. Run that shit back one more time.
Yes, sir.
That's a great first player to put on some film.
Hell of a first play.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you guys talked about it. That's how you keep the coaches watching.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're that young. Especially when you're only a sophomore.
Now, I can completely see the difference. I love his 2-point stance.
Absolutely. North Forsyth does a good job with their offensive linemen.
He's got his chest up. He's got his eyes on his guy. There's no hesitancy about who he's blocking.
He's standing on the line of scrimmage, not going anywhere. And this is good competition. This is 6A ball. This is great competition.
I talked to this kid before too, man, about being on Trench Mob. That name just rung a strong bell to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's a left tackle too. Creating movement. He's good with his hands. He doesn't come off the ball high.
That all stays low.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. I like that. He's got his eyes outside.
With extension.
Yes.
Body. Only thing I would say, I would probably get a little bit more stagger because as the season goes by, he's going to go against more faster dudes. But right now, this is early season stuff. But right now,
how big is he?
6'5".
He's big. He's 6'5". Yeah, he's a big dude. I
think.
That's a really good job there.
He's a left guard. Gonna get paid.
No, I was gonna say that. I mean, he does a nice job on the twist. Look at that.
That was a good pickup. Yeah, that was nice.
Was that a linebacker? I'm sorry.
I think that was D lineman. If I'm not mistaken, that was a tackle over.
That was a really good job with his eyes. He didn't vacate. He waited for the guy to come to him.
He's anchoring down in a bull rush with the active hands.
I'm really impressed with his hand placement.
Agreed.
If he misses, he refits him.
He needs to come on the road with us and play guard.
But I do see what you're saying with the stagger. His stagger's just a little off.
He gets a stagger. He's going to be something serious.
But that's again, that's nitpicking.
I don't think he's quite a left tackle, but I think he's But I think he's definitely a big time guard.
For the next level.
He'll be a guard.
He's a guard. Sure. Yes, I agree.
But he could, yeah, he's a dog. So you can definitely see, you know.
That there, like you couldn't teach me that in a million years when I was in high school. The twist.
And he's patient with it. Like he's coming down, he's posting down, and then he's allowing the guy to come. He's not bailing, he's not retreating. A lot of freshmen, sophomores, they bail. They see a twist and they bail and they chase. He's standing right there, posting down, put hands. As soon as he comes, then the guy loops around and he's able to stay down.
I agree. And the reason I like that is because so many guys bail and they create just a natural lane for the twist.
Yep.
You kick so deep, there's a lane there for him.
He doesn't got to kick that deep. This is textbook.
No, that's perfect.
Like I said, we fix that stagger. We get his chest up a little bit more. Yeah, all right with me.
He's a dude.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, that's a dude.
He is a dude. Wow.
Good film, buddy.
Oh yeah,
that is a good one right there. What we got to get him.
Northport
sophomore.
Wow.
Only sophomore.
Wow.
Northport site.
All right.
We're getting a couple guys from Forsyth. Nick, you know, way back in the day, Nick Cribb. Shout out to Nick Cribb, man. Nick Cribb is
Nick.
Yeah, he's telling you the kid I was telling you about, Cully. He's at Texas State, you know. But Roman is from Forsyth, you know.
Oh, okay.
Sean Canera from Forsyth.
Sean
Canera is a kid that we gotta get his film on soon too, Jordan. Sean Canera has been killing it, dog.
Sean Canera's having a good year. He's having a good year.
We're gonna highlight him next week, man, because he has been killing it, man. Shout out to my undersized guys, man. That's out here putting that work.
So this is Mr. Justin Weeks from Atlanta.
Yeah, man. There's a kid over at Pace Academy.
Pace. Okay.
So I had a good conversation with one of our new partners, Derek Tatum from Elite Talent. Sean Weatherspoon, Falcons legendary linebacker.
Yes.
I also had a conversation with him, with Spoon about him. And this kid, he's a player, man. He's young, and big, long and strong.
He's a youngin'. Okay.
Yeah, man. A little raw, but anybody who knows football can look at this kid and tell what he's gonna be. He is. Has all the tools.
God, he looks like a grown man. Jeez.
Yeah, ball player, man. Ball player. Like he's what you look for. He's the prototypical, defensive end. Whether it be.
He's not an edge, right?
Yeah, man. Anyway, he can play 5. 6 eyes. 7 all the way to 9.
Right.
I think he can even play 4 eye. Because he's still growing, but he even 3 technique if needed. He's one of those guys. Man.
And he can run.
Oh yeah,
he's outrunning everyone.
Now he can play, man.
Okay.
He can play.
Okay. And did you say he's a sophomore or a freshman?
So I believe he's 27. So I think he's a junior.
He's a junior
now. So I mean, he was young when I first heard about him. He's a little older now, but kid can ball, man. Kid is definitely a ball player. He's one of those guys. I was earlier when I was just kind of, strolling through the week. I'm looking at kids I want to highlight. I was like, yeah, man, I definitely want
down the line. Wow.
Show his family. He's an athlete, man. Normally you got a guy 6'5", 250 pounds. It's not very athletic. And this kid right here, man, he can. He's a ball player.
Good job getting off the block, making plays, getting that extension.
Who he reminds me of, Ant? He reminds me of Weiss. That's who this kid reminds me of. Watching him play, he reminds me of James Weiss. One of Anthony's former teammates at Syracuse and our former teammate with the Jaguars, man. Big guy that can run, is athletic, physical.
He was from Long Island, Cully.
He was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking.
James White's big 6'5", 265, running 4'4", bench 500 pounds.
Strong Island.
Strong Island.
Yeah, I mean, And this isn't someone that you've had a chance to work with.
No. So
yeah, he's got to get with you guys.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Do you know if he has offers?
Yeah, he definitely has offers.
Okay.
He's a kid. He's getting highly recruited.
Is he like a 3-4 star?
I believe he's a 4-star, if I'm not mistaken.
He is a 4-star.
Yeah, I believe he's a 4-star, man. I mean, for me, honestly, Steve, I look at film.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I don't care
a lot of
what
these kids,
what
man,
they're rated.
are ranked high and can't even play for real. But this kid, he has a big upside. Especially for anytime a guy 6'5", I automatically ask myself in my head, can he really play? Or is he just 6'5" and people like him because he's big? 6'5" was a giant on the D line. So, but no, he can really play, man. I really enjoy watching this film and wanted to showcase him tonight.
All right, this is the last film. This is Mr. Ricky Green's guy from Alabama, Bo Davis from Demopolis High School in Demopolis, Alabama. I have no idea where that is. But
sound like somewhere in the cut.
Nah, please don't ask us.
I knew not. I knew enough not to. I knew enough not to.
We'll be on the street before 9 o'clock.
He's a linebacker. He's a good athlete, and Mr. Green, I think, works with him, and he had wanted to show his film, and I checked it out, and it's Alabama.
I love Alabama kids, bro. I swear.
Alabama for sure.
I think really, I hate to say it, and some guys might not like it, but I think those are my favorite. The attitude that they come with is just different.
That's what I saw. That's a good job getting off the block.
Man, Gavin Vickers a couple years ago, Cowboy. Oh my God, it's just a whole different animal.
Go back
with the suplex there.
Why my man's WWE him like that?
I know. I love it. I love the suplex.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty.
Oh my God. That wasn't it.
No, it's coming after.
I think it was a play before.
No, it was a play before.
Before, okay.
Why he WWE my man's like that?
Boom!
Oh my God!
Fuck you. Yeah, for a linebacker, I mean, he's coming up. He's filling the hole. I like the way he fits. He's blowing up tackles. He plays downhill.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, there's no hesitation.
Oh yeah, he getting in the backfield.
He getting there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, like I said, I can't evaluate linebackers well, but just the attitude and the mentality that he plays with. I mean, he ain't hesitating. He's looking to murder someone when the ball snaps.
He's seeking missile.
And I love his vision, being able to find the lane, find the hole, and that's film study, being able to do that, knowing where the lane's going to be, knowing where he's going to be open. And when he does have to take on blocks, watch out. I mean,
look when he climbs and stays square to the line of scrimmage too, man.
That's
important.
100%.
For the guys to
100%.
To climb and scrape.
Look at that. Look at that. I mean, tackle had no chance to get his hands on him. I don't even think he wanted to. He's 6'1", I believe, 240. I mean, he's not small, and he plays fast.
Good, it's real good size.
Yeah, he plays fast. Like a 4'6", 4'7" type of guy.
Yeah,
he's physical, man. And I can appreciate this film, man, because I feel like linebacker is a cute position.
I'm sorry, 6'1", 220.
Linebackers are not the same if they were 10 years ago.
No.
Linebackers tackle like fucking DBs now. A lot of times.
They are.
Linebackers coming downhill and just smacking shit these days.
They have to be in coverage. So yeah. Julius, we had a couple questions. One of them was about the public schools versus parochial and private schools, charter schools. is there a difference in a recommendation? Is it best for recruiting wise? I mean, obviously, like some of the bigger private schools have better relationships with coaches, but I mean, do you need to go to something like that, or can you make an impact at your high school, or it's all depending on the level of the program that it is? Because we've seen 2A guys to 6A guys who can play, but that was a question that was asked several times about, I want my kid recruited. Where's the best place to send them?
Well, in my opinion, doesn't matter where you go.
That's what I kind of said. If you can play, you can play.
But you can play, you can play. Now, I will say that there are certain advantages to going to certain schools. So I'll give you an example. If you're going to go private, I would go competitive private. There's a difference between just private and competitive private. You go somewhere and get your head beat in, it's not going to matter. You'll have a great education and, be a productive citizen, but you're probably not going to be a Division I football player, or you can go to a private school, that competes like Raven Gap down here, is a pretty good private school, that's respected, Pace Academy is a very good, private school, that's respected. Marist, but you want to, go
Hebron, they first in their division.
Hebron is a, respectable school. If you go somewhere like that, you definitely set yourself up, to win, because most of those schools, they're going to have great coaches, and especially the private school. I feel they could do a better job of getting, coaches in there, because it's more advantageous for them. I'll just say that. Now, on the public school end, and not to be long-winded, you have to be careful, because if it's me, I saw this on Derek Tatum's show earlier. I would like for my son to play, in my opinion, because I feel like playing and getting experience on varsity gives you the higher trajectory, in my humble opinion. So I'll give you an example. You got South Gwinnett, which is a great school, right? Good school, right? They're not great at football, right? They're not somebody that you would talk about first tier in Georgia, but it's a good school. Makes sense. In Gwinnett County, Georgia. That's one of the best football places in the U.S. And then you have Grayson in the same county. If it were me and I lived in between South Gwinnett and Grayson, where I could choose either, I would probably choose South Gwinnett for my son, because I know at Grayson, they have about 50 guys, that are D1 recruits.
It's going to be tougher for them to see.
You got guys on JV, that already have offers because they went to camps and things like that and been seen by college coaches, and they were 6'5", 240 pounds and 14 years old, so they got that I like you offer.
Yeah.
So, if it were my choice,
you got to get reps. You got to go where you can play.
Yeah, I would take my son if I have an opportunity where they can get a scholarship, or I financially could pay for him to go to the private school. I would choose a private school that's competitive,
right.
Or I would choose, if I went public, I would choose a good public school, because most of that at Beaufort, you got to be astronomical to play early. At Milton, at Grayson, schools like that, you have to be the man, to play in ninth grade. You got kids that are going to be future NFL players that are not playing at Grayson and Milton and Beaufort in ninth grade or 10th grade.
Right.
They don't get a chance. They like Kirby Smart said, you got to, you have to be ready to groom and train while you wait. So but if it were me, I would rather my kid get the experience. And that's why you got to join organizations like Trench Mob.
Yeah, to get those reps.
Exactly, because you no longer have the excuse now, my kid goes to a small school, or my kid goes to a school where his coaches don't help him. Public service announcement to parents, coaches are not going to help you. Coaches are more worried about themselves than they're worried about your child. That coach has to make sure he wins. He puts people in position to help him win. The coaches, position coaches, don't have time to teach you how to be a D lineman. They can teach you the basics of the scheme and a few things about being a D lineman or an O lineman or a DB, but they can't teach you all the intricacies. So when you join an outside organization or get an outside trainer, somebody that's played the game at a high level, or at least coached a lot of guys that's played at a high level, and they have the recognition, and you have you can go to a 1A school and go 0-10 and still get a Division I scholarship. Sean went 1-9 at a not so good school and still went to Florida State because he came out and worked with guys like Coach Jordan and Coach Chris and Coach Jared every day. Every week.
I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. The most important thing is getting on the field and playing and getting those reps. And there is no excuse in the off season when you have organizations like this. Everyone complains because of, everyone's in the 7-on-7. Everyone's got private quarterback coaches. Well, now you have private coaches that work with linemen. So there really is no excuse, and you can work with the best. Coach Smith, I wanted to ask you this because this got asked a bunch of times. We've seen the transfer portal, the prevalence of it, and it grow over the last few years. However, people are saying that this year teams have relied on it so much when you're bringing 50, 60, and, Belichick 70 transfers in, and, they're not playing up to par. And, you're not really, it's more difficult to build that family atmosphere, that camaraderie, and develop that culture, the word I hate. Do you think that recruiting will change at all and go back to maybe bringing in more freshmen? Or do you think it's going to get worse before it gets better, where they're going to just keep bringing the transfers in?
I think it'll remain the way it is before they go back, because let's just be frank, we're talking about winning and losing.
And money and your job.
And your job. So I need guys who can come in and play right now. So if I have an opportunity to go get a transfer in a portal coming from USC versus a decent athlete coming up from out of high school, I'm going to go get that older guy who's had that experience. So I think the portal is going to remain what it is. But what's happening is a lot of guys, to your point, who aren't playing up to what they thought, those are the guys who have a false reality about themselves anyway, have a false perspective about themselves anyway. Because when you're good, unless you and the coaches just have a conflicting issue, a personal issue, then that's the only way. And even then, that shit has to be deep for him not to put you on the field to risk losing his job versus going, putting y'all relationship, what y'all got going on over winning and losing and before the team.
They're not going to put a vendetta.
Absolutely not, man.
Before winning,
Yeah, so a lot of these guys aren't as good as they think they are. They're mad. They've come from situations where they've been getting their ass kissed their whole life, and they get to college and you realize that, hey, every guy, and we tell our guys this all the time, man, when you get to up in that D1 area, even down to D2, even D3, like most of the guys were that guy on their team. So you got to think about, it doesn't really start trickling down until like after D3, as far as the quality of guys like you. So think about how many guys that are good, who were that guy on their team who's on the bench now in college.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of these guys just, they just have to reel it back in, man, and get a real perspective about themselves, man. Get around some people who aren't yes, man, and going to tell them about themselves, man, because a lot of these guys just aren't as good as they think they are.
He's such a wise man. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna text you every morning. You're gonna give me a quote of the day just to get me going.
I got you, my guy.
Coach Jordan, I had two questions for you, since we are talking about the portal, and especially at UConn. We took some guys that UConn ended up being their third school that they've transferred to.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that would prevent you from taking a kid if they're transferring for a third time? And also, if a coach calls to ask about a kid, because Dave Schumann and I were having a conversation about this. We took a couple guys from other places, and if we call Nebraska and we ask about, oh, you got so-and-so in the portal, well, why is he there? What kind of kid is he? And they'll just say, oh, he's great. It's just the numbers game. We don't have numbers for him. And they're just like, wow, we're just happy to get rid of him. Does that actually go on? I mean, are they happy to get rid of him? And, would you be less hesitant to take a kid if he's going on to his third school as far as transferring?
If I was a coach, and I don't speak for Coach Ant or Coach Julius, but if I was a coach at any level, I would not take a kid who's on their third school.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it, if you're transferring and it's not because your coach is getting fired and it's not because of anything that's drastic, like we've seen kids in the portal that try to transfer to be close to their grandfathers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing this, do that. And they get denied, but then you got this kid who, let's just say he's a linebacker and he's transferring over and over just to get reps. I don't want that kid. Give me the kid that wants to be close to his family. And for me, I think a lot of coaches, and it all depends on the situation. So, if you got a kid who's on his third transfer, but the reason why he's transferred was because, like you said, it's a numbers game. We ain't got doing this, we ain't doing that. Well, if it's a numbers game, that means he wasn't doing shit in practice. He wasn't doing shit in the game for him to keep that scholarship. Because at the end of the day, if you bring him in and he was on if that's his second school, then what was he doing at his first school?
Yeah.
And a lot of coaches, they ask that question. And then that's when the numbers go down to D2s where it can be 120, 150, and you go down to D3. But even if you stay D1, you're going to be on a tight leash. You're going to be here, be there. I'll give you an example. We talk about there's a quarterback. I forget his name. My dog is on his sixth school. The man played at Auburn, played at LSU, played at UTEP, and now I don't know where he is right now. He's on his sixth school. And it's like, bro, you played
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
You played against top-notch competition. What is the point of you leaving? This was way before NIL and everything. Why would you bump down like that knowing that you could go to work? And then you got Justin Flo, who was a top-ranked linebacker, one of the best in the country. He's on his fourth school, and he's playing special teams because he can't stay healthy. So me personally, if I was a college coach and you're on your third school and it wasn't because you're moving back to be close to family, your coach got fired, so
you're just chasing the money,
get a new start, then we good. But if you just transferring just to transfer, thinking you're going to come in and we're going to give you some money, we're going to do this, do that, that just wouldn't fall for me.
Yeah, it's a red flag to me.
Right. Do coaches do it? Yeah, because they need numbers, and it depends on the position. Mostly O-line, D-line. They're probably going to be good at quarterback, depending on who's coming back or depending on which freshman comes in. But, I mean, it all depends on the circumstances. But I personally would not do it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's a red flag for me. The other question, there were several questions about it because you talk very passionately about the HBCU schools and how much better the competition has become. Michael Vick is there now. Deshaun Jackson is another coach there now. Would you say the level that the HBCU is at has tremendously increased talent-wise?
Can I answer that?
I'll answer it, and then you go ahead. I think it has, only because of the portal and because of most of the things that you see. Like prime example, Mike Vick is 1-2 at Norfolk, and he brought in 30 dudes, but it's because of the teams that he's played, and he's not really accustomed to what's going on. Outside of Deshaun Jackson, who I just looked at a report the other day, they're 2-1. They have the number one offense.
And they lost to Delaware. Yeah.
And their quarterback is already one of the top guys that's being looked at for HBCU. So, I mean, that's where the portal comes in for most guys. Now, unless
do they have money? Do they have NIL money at the HBCU?
Most HBCUs don't.
They don't. That's what I thought.
Even when Deion was at Jackson, he came out in his little story and he admitted that he took a cut. Like, he told them, look, give me what you can give me and I'll build it on my own. You know what I mean? And a lot of schools, they do that. But because of the love of the game, because of the passion, that it is what it is. Who knows what Deshaun did at Delaware, what he built? Who knows what Mike Vick gave to Norfolk? But that attracts more recruits and more HBCU guys that can say, hey, if I leave here, I can go play for a Hall of Famer. I can go play here and there. That's how Deion was able to get the guys. That's how Eddie George. That's how he was able to get the guys. And then it's other schools like Alabama State. You have, Perry View, who just got a new coach from Division II level. And then you go back to Division II level, you look at Savannah State. Clark Atlanta is a great program. Miles is a great program. Benedict is a great program. So if I'm an HBCU, the talent is good, not because of most of the high school guys that they get, unless you're FAMU or something like that. But that's where the portal will come in to go get a Syracuse guy, Mississippi State guy, and it builds that. So HBCU, as far as the competition, because of the portal, it's gotten way better.
Yeah, and Deion, to his credit, when he did leave Jackson State, he donated $1 million of his own money to build a facility.
And that's the thing I wanted to say too, Steve. I mean, I think that a thing that a strategy that I feel that has came about with HBCUs in the last 10 or so years is to go out and hire the celebrity coach.
That's what exactly. Yes.
And that celebrity coach has influence,
even though they have no coaching experience,
to even get kids who have higher offers to come there, like a Travis Hunter.
Jesus, he was committed.
With Deion. These guys also, the average HBCU school. All right, most kids are not on full scholarship. All right.
Oh, they're not.
Most no.
Yeah, and they're struggling.
Really? I didn't know that.
They don't have any resources. So you got coaches like Deshaun Jackson, like Mike Vick, like Eddie George, like Deion Sanders. They bring resources along with them to help kids put money in their pockets. Like some of these kids have summer jobs where they're making more, and not to spill the beans, but that's just how it's done. You know what I mean? They're making more. Let's just say they're making more than the average person is making at a summer job.
So, because I was wondering this, so it's not disrespectful to HBCUs that they'll just take a Deion or a Deshaun who have no coaching experience.
That's
because it helps the program.
And it's. I mean, I think they just don't have money. So if you don't have money, you have to use influence. And along with hiring a coach like Eddie George, Deshaun Jackson, Mike Vick, they're going to have followers that are going to come along, and not just supporters, but people that are going to come with money, with resources. With things that are going to. And the second part, where I wanted to answer the question, along with Coach Jordan, is the HBU schools can get kids today that they couldn't get 10 years ago. They couldn't get.
That's what I was going to ask.
15 years 100%. Ago, because the portal is making it so hard, for these guys to go to these, P5 and G5,
find homes,
schools, because there's not as many spots. So a kid who might have been a UConn kid 10 years ago, he's now a Tennessee State kid. You know what I mean? So, and the same with, even, Syracuse and Mississippi State and even, Georgia. Kids that would have went to Georgia, 10 years ago are now going to Gardner-Webb.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, it's just the transfer portal, and Gardner-Webb is not a black college, but I'm just saying
the spots aren't there.
Yeah, the spots just aren't there. You know what I mean?
There were 10,000 kids in the portal this past year.
Exactly. So I think the level of play, at the HBCUs has increased. because of that. Because of those two things of the celebrity, that's drawing viewers.
And they're on ESPN half the time now.
Exactly.
Where
if
they
you're
wouldn't.
on ESPN, it makes you money to have Mike Vick play on ESPN because people want to see that. Same way with George and all the rest of
all of Deion's games were on. Jackson State had more TV games when Deion's here than they did in the last 20.
And the thing I want to say too, man, about the transfer portal, guys, Steve, I don't know if you had any more questions they wanted to ask, but I had the same answer as Coach Jordan maybe a year ago.
Well, there were people asking about the transfer portal, and then some people were asking about reclassing. And you had talked about that previously.
Yes, I hit the transfer portal briefly right quick.
Yeah.
So it's not always on the kid.
No, it's not.
And
because
you have coaches that do lie.
We've seen that, yes.
And they promise a kid this and promise a kid that. Hey, man, when you get here, you're going to be number 2. You get there, you're number 13. When you get here, we only got 2 guys. We only got 1 guy you're battling for the position. They get there as 3 guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, so put it like this: if as a parent, if my son goes to Georgia, doesn't play. He transfers, goes to Syracuse, doesn't play. I'm not going to encourage my son to transfer a 3rd time because now I just feel like you're running from competition. And if you can't play at Georgia, then not Syracuse, you're probably not going to play at the next school. You know what I mean? Because this competition is stiff. But as a coach, I'm trying to do what's best to win. So if I got a guy that's transferred, 3 times, and he's a kid that I recruited out of high school who I really wanted, and he's an edge guy, and I need an edge guy, I need to win. Like Coach Ed just said earlier, it's the business part, that makes up for it. And let's be honest, coaches are liars. You know what I mean?
They're used car salesmen.
Yeah, one of your jobs as a coach is a lie. It's a lie. So it's a cat and mouse game, and it's it's good and bad on both sides for sure. So some of these guys that they would transfer 4 or 5 times. Like I know a kid that transferred 4 times. And upon having a conversation with his dad about why he transferred 4 times, it made a little bit more sense to me. You know what I mean? Because and I'll share with you a little bit of what he said is the kids doing the same fucking thing. The schools are doing the same thing the kids are doing. Yeah. Like they're in a transfer too, looking for better guys to replace you. So
they are.
If you hear about, okay, they got 2 more guys coming in that they just paid this, and now your job is probably going to be up, and somebody calls you and says, hey, I'm going to offer you more money than you can pay right now, and I guarantee you a spot when you get here, it may make a little bit more sense. So, but I'm definitely not. I wouldn't want my son to do it for sure. But some of the guys that do end up at 4 schools, it's not always as bad as you think.
Coach Smith, I had wanted to ask you, or this has come in a couple times, and I don't know if you know this or not. Is it possible for kids to sign multiple year NIL deals if they transfer in or come in as a freshman? Do they do 2-year NIL deals, or are they try to keep them standard at 1 year?
I believe they're all standard at 1, and then they're all performance based.
Yeah,
they don't. Each year it can change. You can either make money or lose money.
Correct.
Based on your performance. Yeah,
that's what I thought. And then the other question was about the roster size, because it initially was supposed to be 90 scholarship players, and they grandfathered it in for the guys that are already on rosters as walk-ons. When that ends, do you guys, any of you guys know if it's supposed to go to 90 still?
It still goes to 90. Okay. It just won't be walk-ons. If you not
it's all scholarship.
Right, it's all scholarship. So
but now teams don't have to use all 90 scholarships.
Right, you don't have to use them. Yeah, absolutely.
You have
it's still 90. It's still 90. Okay. They just gonna clear walk-ons.
So it is gonna drop to 90 once all the walk-ons are finished in the next few years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I think it depends on the level because I know Division II.
Yes, you're right.
I know Division II is still at I think 110, 120.
10, yeah,
They still gonna have walk-ons. I think if it's Division I, they're gonna scholarship 90 guys, but then bring in another 10 to get to 105, 110 guys because they dropped that number a little bit. So
I don't really like that, man. I don't
know if it applies at this. No, it's not enough. I mean,
I feel like, man, some of the best players in the history of the game will walk-ons, man. You know what I mean?
You're
like,
losing
look at Georgia. Every year, Georgia has at least 2 guys that are key contributors that were walk-ons.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield walked on twice.
Yeah,
I won the Heisman. Like
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, but that's what a couple parents were asking about because they didn't know if the walk-ons. I know they're grandfathered in, but the rosters will go to 90 regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So, but thank you guys. That was a great show. Some really great talent. Loved watching those kids. And again, if you're an offensive and defensive lineman, you're seeing the difference with the trench mob. Get with this group ASAP. You're going to get coached well. You're going to get mentored. It's not just about football. You're going to learn how to be a grown-ass man and take care of yourself. And you're going to have the best opportunity to go play at the highest level because I can guarantee that you will reach your full potential with this group. So go to www.battleofthetrenches.com or DM Julius, Coach Anthony Smith, Coach Jordan Harris, please. But great show. For Coach Jordan, the man, best O-line coach down there. Coach Anthony Smith, the wise sage. I'm going to get a quote from you every morning. I'm just going to text you. You're going to give me good advice. And the doctor himself, Dr. Julius Williams, the Trench Mob, great job. And I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and shove them right up life's